How's it going, guys? Bring a Platoon here, and welcome back to another phenomenal set of games in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be playing in both games the Churchill I, a Tier 5 British heavy tank, and this thing is actually quite a beast, despite me uploading a video calling it an abomination. Why? The answer is simple. Switch the guns to a lower tier. It makes no sense, but let's get right into it. So, the top package for this vehicle is a 75mm gun. It has .36 dispersion, 2.3 aim time, 135 average damage on every penetrating shot, 145 AP pen, 202 premium APCR pen, and I'm not talking about the high explosive rounds. So, if you switch from this gun, which has I'm just going to round up, 1800 DPM, to the one tier lower, again, 75mm gun, it fires 20 rounds a minute, has lower penetration. I think it's 120 AP pen, and then 165 premium APCR pen for console. On tanks.gg it's giving me something different, but your damage is 110 instead of 135 on average per penetration, and your reload time goes from whatever the top package gun is to 2.5 seconds. That's only with a rammer. That's not with Brothers in Arms. That's not with the consumable on. It's bonkers. But I will say this: you do. Oh yeah, and you also gain aim time, which is now 1.8 for the gun. So funny, 1.8 seconds compared to 2.3. Drastic change there. Dispersion goes down a little bit. It's not great, or it goes up rather, making it more inaccurate. 0.42, not the greatest, but who cares when you fire every 2.5 seconds or 2.5 seconds? I do wish we got the 920 health version of this tank instead of the 700 health that console has. I don't know why that's a thing, but yeah. Also, for the top package gun, you get 4 degrees of gun depression and 12 degrees of gun elevation. For the Tier 5 75mm, you get 20 degrees of gun elevation and 9 degrees of gun depression. So tell me, game, why the flying fuck would I use the Tier 6 gun? Why? That's stupid. You're going to face Tier 7s, and yeah, that's going to suck when you only have 165 premium pen, but 120 is plenty for facing things in your own tier and one tier above. Yeah, you're not going to pen reliably, but just load the premium and you're good. And I don't have to worry about losing silver, because I have plenty of silver earning tanks available to me, and I dick on everything in this game. This is a tier 5 vehicle, and in this game I get 1 pen away from 3,000 base damage. Yeah. It's fucking insane. It's bonkers. Like, why would you choose the other gun? The game that I uploaded had me using that gun, the Tier 6 gun, and I barely got 1,700 base damage. Like, and now I'm averaging 2K a game. That was the best game I've ever had with that gun on. It's 1,700 base damage. That's ridiculous in a Tier 5 tank. But for that version of the tank to be evolved from going down a tier in the gun to doing 2,000 to 3,000 damage every game? That's ridiculous. This guy tries ramming me. Not gonna fucking happen. And it just, like, I chew people up before they even have a chance to do anything to me. And yeah, your armor shit. In the turret, it's 80mm. Yep, like 90mm. And the most armored place in your upper plate, if you even want to call it that, is like 180mm, but it's a very slim margin that is armored like that, and the rest of it's like 80mm of pen needed, 83mm of pen needed, and that's it. That's as much armor as you have in the front. You can use side scrape in this thing, yes, but the roof of your tank, including your turret, is 19.1mm. So if Artie dicks onto you, Artie's gonna pen you. Doesn't matter what caliber of gun they have. Even if they have a Tier 4 Artie or a Tier 5, God forbid you're super top tier, you're gonna get penned, and it's gonna suck, So, Artie is this thing's worst enemy. I've got on a gun rammer. I've got on vertical stabilizers, and I believe if it can even have vertical stabilizers on it. Yeah, coated optics, vertical stabilizers, and a gun rammer. I think that's my setup. But it's amazing. It's either that, or I have a gun rammer on, a gun lane drive, and coated optics. I don't put on vents anymore because why use vents when you can get 10% more view range with optics all the time? And yeah, it helps a lot in any tier, really. And I'm the only tank left on my team, left alive. The only thing that I still don't like about this thing, thank God I fixed the gun. That's really the only thing that was holding me back. But, like, the speed is an issue. Getting enough damage is no longer a problem of mine. I can rack up 1,200 damage like that. It's... what's the third mark? I think it's 1,200 damage. I could be wrong. But as of right now, 10/25/2020, October 25th. I don't know why I felt the need to say that twice. It is... oh, it's only 1,100 damage if I were to round up. Rounding down, it's 1,000 damage. It's 1021 is the exact number. But, yeah, game after game, I get fantastic results in this thing. And at the very least, I get enough to go up in the mark. I went up 7% in the damage standing for this game alone in the tank. So funny. Yeah, I'm spamming gold like a madman. I don't give a shit how much silver I lose. I'm smart enough to do well, and I just decided that if I was going to shoot at anything, I didn't want to bounce. I probably don't need it for that VK, but if I were to low roll in RNG, I could probably bounce off, so it's like, whatever. I'll shoot premium the whole time regardless. And they have a Churchill III. I saw him earlier. I don't know... okay, now he's off the base. Artie narrowly avoids hitting me there. I don't know where this Churchill III is. I don't know what to do at this moment. I know their Artie is onto me. I also knew that if I went for their Artie, they would just cap out. But, like, look what I can do to this guy. My first shot damages his gun. My second shot goes high for whatever reason. He bounces off me miraculously. And then I pen through his turret twice? Yep, maybe 3 times? Nope, I'm dead. But that wasn't because it was a bad play on my part. It's just because no matter what I did, I could have been penned by any of those tanks. Except for Artie, because RNG includes dispersion values fucking with you and not being able to hit weak spots. But besides that, yeah, I was outnumbered. I did 1 pen away from 3,000 damage in a fucking tier 5 tank, and the rest of my team couldn't get above 1,000. So, cool beans. I have no complaints about shooting premium that whole time. But yeah, let's go for one more, because why not? And this game is going to be on Conus. Conus? Conus? I don't know. Conus. I call it Conus. This game isn't quite as great as the first game I just showed you, but same rules apply. I switched the gun from the tier 6 to the much more reliable tier 5, and, well, I guess reliable is a bad term for it, but I'm saying it works a lot better than the tier 6 gun simply because less aim time, and you fire quicker. So, yeah, as Russians say, you don't need better accuracy. No, I'm thinking of Marcus. He sounds Russian. For Borderlands, sure. You don't need more guns, you need more bullets, or something like that. I don't know. Good series of games, excluding the Borderlands 3. But besides that, let's get back into World of Tanks. That's a completely different rant for a completely different video. I won't make it, but yeah, different game. Let's get right into it. So, Conus, what do I do on an encounter battle for this map, which I ended up getting probably 3 times in one day. I don't know why they like to give you encounter maps. Ooh, that really sucks for you, guy, not being able to move around my tank. Big bummer there. Where do I take my heavy tank? I usually take it down the K line, or if I have armor to work with, I tend to go, I guess along the G line, just to use cover and shit on whatever I can on those hills, unless they have something that's very hull down, and in that case, there's not really much I can do, like a Super Conqueror for tier 10s, or pretty much anything with good turret armor, really. But, yeah, we only have one arty each, so that's... If arty doesn't focus down that target, then it's going to shit on everything that tries to approach. Or anything slow as fuck, like me, and has no armor, because it's the best of both worlds. So that sucks. I'm going to take cover, like, right here. Hope to Christ arty doesn't ping me once or twice. I do get kind of wailed on here, but if I had the tier 6 gun, I couldn't even aim up at these guys, so that's pretty funny. He pens me, despite being only a tier 5 tank medium, and like he just keeps doing it. He's overmatching the roof of my turret, so that's a pretty good representation of how weakly armored this thing is. The OI misses me, I think. Or he fires, and then he missed me, so I know I can... No, there he fired. So he has the smaller caliber gun. That's the better gun of the two on the OI, because... Or OI experimental, I should say. Because that thing... The derp on that thing is just way too inaccurate, and takes way too long to reload, and can't pen fucking anything in this tier. So, except for, like, me. Perfect example. But anything more than that, no. Not, yeah, not great. So, what can I do here? Every time I pop out, I keep getting detected. I'm going to use this bush. I have high explosive loaded, though, because I'm a super Unicum player, and I totally know how this game works. Quickly realized that, upon seeing why my circle was, like, yellow instead of red, switched to APCR and put 3 free shells into him. If I had the tier 6 gun, I probably would have put only 1 or 2 into him. And yeah, it would have been for slightly higher alpha in those 2 shots, but not really worth it in my opinion. Like T1 Heavy, I've got his complete side. I'm going to full health him relatively easily here. And just over and over, like 115, 117, these are very good rolls. And I'm firing faster than him, and I thought the T1 Heavy's DPM was fantastic when I was stream marking it. But, yeah, premium tank, a tier 5 VK6501. You don't see those around very often. Probably because they're shit. I don't know why he would buy one, but it's like pretty much... I would say it's pretty much the equivalent of buying the T14, although I'm pretty sure that any other tank would have better penetration than the T14 in the same tier. So, yeah, that thing probably has... It's got very flat armor, but a lot... for its tier. I biffed that shot completely on me. Probably should have aimed that better, but it's whatever. I reload very fast, 2.5 seconds. I want to kill him. I want to get hit the rest of his HP pool. I'm going to, I believe, double shot these guys. 1 shot, 1 kill, twice in a row. So, that's pretty cool. I like it. Bam. Oh, sorry. It was not a high roll. Bam. There we go. 1 shot. And here's a 1 shot. Yeah. Boom. Presto. You're dead. I love this thing. It's not fast, but it doesn't need to be fast. You got DPM on your side. You got a good reload. Well, I guess that would go along with DPM. And you got decent accuracy for the gun and the tier. Like, I don't feel terrible sniping with this thing right now. Like, the aiming circle feels a lot better than I would assume a .42 accuracy gun would be. Like, look at it. It doesn't look like .42 accuracy, but that could also be because the guy is literally 100 meters away from me. But, yeah. If you have any, like, feelings of, oh, I don't know if I can pen that, just load premium and hope for the best. Yeah, you still gotta aim for weak spots when you're shooting premium, but if you're 1v1ing a tier 7 or tier 6 tank, you should probably be aiming for weak spots regardless. So, yeah, it's unfortunate you get such a loss in pen instead of getting 202 pen for your APCR rounds, but it is what it is. As you can see, I make the tank work, just spamming the shit out of premium pretty much all the time. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.